Hi guys, today is February 15, 2021 and I am going towards the Chicago downtown. It's a worst snowstorm right now. I'm stuck, traffic is moving very slow. I am at I-90, I-94 west heading towards Chicago downtown from Indiana. So now I'm taking exit 160, I-94 West, Chicago. Too much snow today. And the time is 5:19 right now. Traffic is moving very slow because of the snow. Sorry, because of the network, the live streaming disconnected, but it's connect again. Oh shit. All right. I just mounted my phone back. The visibility is very low. I cannot see from here to a mile distance. My wipers are frozen. It's leaving water on my windshield. No traffic. That's good. I took exit 160, I-94 Chicago, and there's no traffic here. I hope there wouldn't be any traffic towards downtown. I'm heading towards downtown right now. Oh shit, the wipers are frozen. The visibility is very low. I cannot see the comments because I'm driving right now. I'm concentrating on driving right now. I don't want to read any comments. If you guys are commenting, I cannot read it because I'm driving in worse snowstorm. I'm heading towards downtown Chicago, taking I-94 West. Right now I'm in Lansing by the Torrance Avenue. Okay, if I take a left, it's a South Danville 394. Illinois 394 South Danville, but I'm gonna take I-94 West towards Chicago downtown. If any of you watching from Illinois or Chicago area, stay home. Please stay at home. It's very dangerous to come out right now. The streets are very bad. The expressway is very bad. I don't know how bad it is. The local streets are. The visibility is very low right now. You cannot see a mile from here. we are by the South Holland. Yeah, we are by the South Holland, Illinois. If you guys are commenting, I cannot read your comments because I am concentrating on driving. It's very dangerous to drive in this weather, and it requires the whole. Okay, it's connected again because of the poor network quality. It disconnected. I have a T-Mobile. Sometimes T-Mobile sucks, you know. It doesn't show. It doesn't have a good connection in some areas. And yeah, I was talking about the GPS. The GPS is showing that it will take 1 hour and 31 minutes from here, from South Holland towards the Chicago downtown. I don't want to drive in this area because right now the streets would be very bad, the local streets. That's why I'm going towards downtown Chicago. And obviously there would be more surge, you know. Driving in a downtown, the streets would be clean. I believe, I'm not sure that streets are clean in downtown area, but I think the streets would be clean in downtown. So yeah, we just crossed the South Holland. Now we are heading towards Calumet City. Calumet City. A lot of viewers, a lot of people, they see my videos from Calumet City. So we are by the Cal City. Okay, my wiper is again frozen. It's leaving water on windshield. If you guys are watching, you planning to go outside, don't come outside. The streets are very bad. It's a very bad weather. Stay home, stay safe. The visibility is very low and traffic is moving very slow. I guess I should change the lane because this lane is moving slow, the other lane is moving fast. So let's try to change the lane. Sometimes when you're changing the lanes, these snow in the middle of these lanes, they are very dangerous. Your car slips, your car skids on these snow. Okay, let's change the lane. There is the okay, this is a 3-lane highway, but because of snow, there's only 2 lanes left. People are driving only on 2 lanes. Okay, this guy is going fast. Man, you should be driving slow. The weather is bad. Right now my current speed is 30 miles per hour. I guess those cars are going 35, 40 miles per hour. It's very dangerous. So I'm driving in a speed which I can control right away. I don't want to lose the control because of the speed. So the 3rd lane, people are driving fast in a slow lane. you guys are commenting, I cannot read your comments, but I will definitely read it once I end the live streaming. You guys can super chat me. I will appreciate that. Okay, now we are by the exit 71B South Illinois 83 Southeast Sibley Boulevard exit, Calumet exit, Calumet City. Now exit 71A West Illinois 83 Sibley Boulevard. I don't want to drive in these areas or any area going towards downtown because the streets would be very bad and I don't want to take a risk to get stuck in snow. So I am going towards downtown Chicago. I hope they would be cleaning the downtown. The time here is 5:31. It's about to sunset. Someone just commented. Sorry I cannot read your comment because I am not seeing the screen. I am concentrating on my drive towards downtown. I should have bought the hot coffee from Dunkin' Donuts to enjoy this beautiful drive. Oh shit. The visibility is very low. I cannot read the sign. Now I can read it. Says 10 minutes to Dan Ryan. No, sorry, it's 18 minutes to Dan Ryan Expressway. Clean the way as we clean the way. 18 minutes to Dan Ryan. Very low visibility. I was seeing the weather application on my phone. It shows that it's gonna be snow the whole night. Oh shit. I'm just leaving home right now to drive in Chicago. I hope the streets would be good when I'll be coming back home. Yeah, a lot of people, they were let's talk about the channel. A lot of people, they were requesting. I am not taking requests these days anymore because of the snow and bad weathers. Like it's snowing like every other day. Like one day it's snowing, other day it's not, and the other day it's snowing again. So I just drive wherever people take me to. I'm not taking requests these days. Yeah, someone asked me to drive in Milwaukee. I hope I will go back to Milwaukee someday and I will drive in Milwaukee. So whatever that lady requested me, I will definitely drive on that route. Okay, so we are by the suspension bridge on I-94, I-90, I-94. Okay. I don't know if it's because of the low network. You guys can see it clear. The video live stream, is it showing you clear in HD? I don't know, but on my phone screen this shows very clear. Okay, so my wiper is frozen now. Shit, I will have to park on the side to clean the wiper. Okay, right now I am by the exit 68A, 68B. Sun is about to almost set, so it's gonna be, the sunset is, I guess, 5:15, 5:20. It's 5:35 already. My wiper is frozen. Cause oh shit. Anyone who's planning to go out, stay home, stay safe, or take Uber, don't drive yourself, take Uber, Lyft. We guys are here outside to give you guys ride. It's better to stay home, but if someone wants to go to work, or if it's really urgent, if it's very important to go somewhere, take Uber or Lyft. And make sure you guys tip these guys, these guys are, taking their life and their car at risk for giving you guys a ride, because a lot of people, they don't tip, they don't appreciate what the Uber drivers and Lyft drivers are doing for them in this weather. So make sure you guys tip them good if you guys are taking Uber or Lyft. But I will say that stay home, stay safe. That's a better thing to do in this worst weather. Traffic is moving in 20 miles an hour. Once I will arrive by the downtown, I'll finish the live streaming. Today I couldn't record any video, so this will be the video. There's no video coming tomorrow morning. So this, whatever you guys seen today, there will be video for today, right? I'm not gonna upload any video tomorrow. Oh, there's no traffic. That's good. I want to stop somewhere to clean my wipers because they are frozen. It's leaving water, ice on my windshield. Yeah. Let's see. Let's clean the wiper. Okay. Okay, it's frozen. Oh, shit. I don't want to clean the passenger side's wiper. I don't want to go outside of my car. So I just clean my side's wiper. Okay, there's a lot of traffic coming from the back. I hope you guys can see clear now because I cleaned my wiper. What is this guy doing? Driving in 2 lanes? What are you doing? Changing the lane without even giving a signal. Very bad. visibility is very low, and let's see. Right now I am by the exit 66A, 66B, 115th Street and 111th Street. "27 minutes to Dan Ryan. Clear the way as we clear." Okay. "Clear the way, yield to flow. Jane Bryan interchange." There's a lot of traffic on the other side of the expressway, and it's moving very slow. Like I can see, slower than this side. There, I hope no one got into an accident on the other side. If you guys are living in this area, Chicago area, and you want to go outside, stay home, stay safe. And if it's very important to go, if you guys have to go to work, or if it's important to go outside, make sure you drive very carefully, or take Uber or Lyft, but drive very carefully. See, emergency alert, winter storm warning in effect. Tune to local media. Let's see. I should play. Does anyone know what is a weather update? FM or AM? Okay, someone commented, "You are a warrior, drive safely." Stay safe, bro. Yeah, bro, I'm staying safe. I'm driving very carefully. And does anyone know what is a weather, FM or AM? Let's try it. I just saw the couple of comments, because there's the car in front of me is too far away, so I just read it. I should tune into AM. Weather update. I don't want to get a copyright strike by playing any music, so okay, nope, sorry, no copyright strikes.
Because you get a lot of people to sign up.
I am
on destination.
I'm on it, Patrick. Thank you, buddy.
Okay, this is an FM AM 720.
County, the Joliet area this afternoon. Okay, we're watching the weather and the traffic, but it's President's Day, and of course we had a big unveil.
Oh yes, it's a President's Day. Happy President's Day, everyone. I forgot.
Nicknames. You got about 2.5 minutes here, Kevin. So stretch out and tell us what you got.
Yeah, I planned for like a full 2-hour
I'm sure
report
you
here, so I'll have to
did,
trim this up a little bit. We're going to start with George Washington. You may have heard of him. The American Fabians for his Fabian military strategy during the Revolutionary War.
Okay, now I'm taking Chicago Loop, left 2 lanes.
George Washington. John Adams, the Colossus of Independence for his leadership in Congress in 1776. Thomas Jefferson, the Apostle of Democracy, also known as the Man of the People. I thought that was Pat Tomasulo.
No, that was over. That was brief.
If you guys got bored from my commentary, so I just played the AM. I don't want to play FM because there will be a music and I don't want to get a copyright strike on this video. I'm playing AM 720. If anyone knows the weather update channel, let me know in the comments. I will tune into that, or I'll just keep speaking. Let's see.
Drinking coffee only takes one hand. That's why 7-Eleven has $1 baked goods when you buy any size hot coffee with 7 rewards. We might know you better than you know yourself. 7-Eleven, always open. Offer expired 2/23/21. $1 plus tax for applicable at select stores. See 7-Eleven after full terms.
This ad for Hillsburg Diamonds has been specifically written for people who would rather think about football than engagement rings. If we're going to sign a new quarterback to a long-term...
better for those employees, you're now putting even more pressure on what's available to help the patient. What do we...
It's a great question, obviously. Look, the Hunter Biden...
Are definitely guilty, and it's the same with Cain. God comes to, and you see this in Genesis chapter 4, God comes to Cain and says, "Where's your brother? You know, am I my brother's keeper?" No, I'm not my brother's keeper. It's funny because there's this quest for knowledge. This is why Adam and Eve, they have to eat from this knowledge of the tree of good and evil. We want to know, you know, the serpent tempts us, and we want to know. We want to know everything about good and evil. But in just a short period of time, their son, Cain, he claims not to know anything about evil. I don't know what happened to Abel. So it's a fascinating chapter, and it's interesting that, you know, God says sin is crouching at the door. He says this to Cain. If you do well, you'll be accepted. If you don't do well, be careful.
Okay, there's no traffic. I don't know, my GPS is showing the red, all the lanes are red, but there's no traffic. I guess it's because of the traffic is moving very slow. That's why it's showing there's a lot of traffic. So I hope when we will take the I-90 West, there wouldn't be any traffic. But we are heading towards Chicago downtown area. I don't want to drive in Southside or Calumet City because of the weather. I have no idea if they have closed the streets or not. Okay, so we are taking West Dan Rhine Expressway. Now, not now, I mean like it's a mile away or 0.5 miles away. Okay, so I'm stopping my commentary. You guys can listen to AM 950.
Evil, because Jesus' blood that is shed brings forgiveness for sin, including...
I should change the channel.
I don't think there's like this.
Listen the weather updates.
Give to Zach if you extend a meet.
95% zawsze spotkanie.
Island. She's over at Mars Hill. We're gonna have Greg Boyd, Tiffany Blum, Mike Frost.
As the market crashed, and I wanted to get even. There were
Okay, now we are taking West Rhine Expressway towards Chicago Loop.
Wall Street.
Ahora, señor. Ahora sí que sacas en paz.
Jedź źle czy nie jedź źle w Polsce, bo ja już...
One of the foster care system.
Americans and continue to build. Count on the road.
There's no traffic. Oh my god. That's good. People are staying home. Stay safe, guys. Stay home, stay safe.
And Tommy, I'm not dumb either. Okay, because
without having to leave home. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering...
It's not being self-esteem. I think it's a potential...
Okay, right now I'm crossing the red line CDA station at the 95th Street. This is a red line CDA station at 95th Street.
One week they look great, the next week they really struggle. And again, it's consistency for them.
Okay, we just crossed the 95th Street. The next exit will be, I guess, the 95th, 87th Street. Let's see. I am not sure.
It's going broad to play well for him. Doug?
EETAMINE and veterans.com.
listening to Chicago's Afternoon News here on 720 WGN. We're going to get one last hit of the weather, but before that, guys, I had asked you earlier to name the 3 companies that were leading the country in revenue during the opening day of each of our last 12 presidents. So it would go from Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, all had the same company that was the biggest biller leading in revenues in the country when they took office. Any ideas?
It's got to be an oil company.
General Motors. Okay, so that's a string. And then we start with Jimmy Carter to Ronald Reagan, George H.W.
Okay, right now on my right side it's a 61B, exit 61B for 87th Street in south side of Chicago.
Motors again. But the last 2 presidents, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden, the last 2, I should say, what's the company is leading the country in revenue?
Got to be an oil. No, I was going to say Apple.
No, that's the point. It's like we've got these big tech companies that we think is.
On my left side, it's a CDS station, 87th Street. Okay, now we just crossed the 87th Street. On my right side, now the exit 60C for 79th Street. It's a half miles away. Oh my God, visibility is very low. Cannot see a half mile away.
You're not too far away, right? You teach at Lewis.
Yeah, I teach at Lewis, but I'm up here in Evanston right now where I live.
Cannot read the signboard. Okay. Now it says 41 minutes to Jane Bryan. What? Jane Bryan what? Interchange.
Later, it made the Weather Channel.
All right, so say that again. So Evanston got 5 inches of snow in 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that was between about 9:30 and about 11:30 to 20. That was the first lake effect band. That band now kind of, drifted to the south a little bit, and it kind of broke up. And I'm looking at that one band, Steve, that first one that drifted basically, I think, over WGN Studios. You were talking about that earlier, has kind of fallen apart. And with the approach of the storm, Albert was talking about this earlier, we now have the system snow beginning to pull in, but with the wind now coming in more from the north, the bands of snow coming in off the lake have now kind of spread out a little bit, but they're also a little bit more north-south. So I'm looking at areas from like Glenview to Morton Grove to Niles to Skokie, down around Oak Park, Berwyn, down around Burbank, Oak Lawn, also Oak Forest. I'm looking at bright yellows, or these bright greens and a little bit of yellow. And if that's the stuff that was over Evanston earlier today, you're talking about visibility down to about 500, maybe even 1,000 feet. And with that, probably 1.5 to 2 inches an hour. What's interesting to note is if you go about 40 to 50 miles to the west, it hasn't even snowed a lick yet.
Wow.
So the lake effect has actually produced about 6 inches of snow already in eastern sections of Cook County down into northern areas of Will County. The system snow is now beginning to move north, and that's what's basically going to overspread the area in the next few hours.
I know, Rick, I sounded earlier like I was shouting Annie M, but that lake effect snow that came over the studios here, I mean, I used the term driving earlier. It was like a driving snow, rain. I mean, it was snow, obviously, but I think it would have hurt you if you were outside.
And part of the reason is because the wind was blowing at about 20 miles an hour from the north, and obviously a little bit close to the lake, and with some of those wind tunnels, it was probably pushing maybe 20 to 25. But, Alex also mentioned that the lake is wide open. We only have about 5 to maybe 8% of the southern areas of Lake Michigan that's wide open, and typically you need temperatures about 20 degrees colder than the lake surface, up about 5,000 feet. Right now, the air temperature at 5,000 feet, Steve, is 34 degrees colder than it is in the lake temperature. So it doesn't take much to basically take whatever Lake Michigan is giving us from a standpoint of snow. What would be funny, you go out there, you basically catch the snow, melt it down. It's literally Lake Michigan water, evaporated, sublimated, and put back into the ground as a snowflake. All that within a couple of hours. It's quite an amazing process.
Okay, Rick, so we had a call earlier. They asked how far inland lake effect snow could go, and I said it can, certainly reach through the city into the western suburbs, but I really don't know what I'm talking about. I just think that's my recollection. How far can it stretch?
Well, it all depends on the wind direction. I remember it clearly when I was a freshman and a sophomore at Oswego State University in upstate New York. we would see some of these lake effect bands literally move all the way into the western side of the Adirondack Mountains. You're talking almost 100 miles because the wind blows basically from west to east across Lake Ontario. For Chicago, you really need that wind anywhere between a direction of, say, 1 o'clock on a clock and about 3 o'clock, so anywhere between north-northeast and about east-northeast. And as long as the band stays in the same place and doesn't get dissipated, you could easily have these going all the way down sometimes into northern Kankakee County. Matter of fact, the band that I'm looking at right now is just to the east of the National Weather Service office, which is all the way down there in Romeoville.
Mm-hmm.
That band is beginning to weaken. Now what we're going to have is just basically system snow at this point. So it's really hard to have lake effect bands and system snow at the same time. Just about everybody is now going to be getting the same amount of snow between now and about 3 or 4 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Okay, so the lake effect is coming from north to south, but the system snow is coming from south to north or southwest to northeast?
Right, and the reason why the system snow is coming in from the southwest to the northeast is because the clouds that are producing that snow are anywhere between about 5 and about 15,000 feet above the ground, and the wind is blowing from the southwest. The lake effect snow is basically coming from right off the surface up to about 5 to 6,000 feet. And if you look at the parameters for really, really good lake effect snow on a scale of 1 to 10, this is probably only about a 5 or a 6. But the fact that the lake is wide open and the bands have been in the same spot for the last literally 6 or 7 hours, it's overproducing. In some areas getting completely hammered. In some areas in McHenry County have not yet picked up an inch. That's how localized lake effect snow can be.
Okay, so paint the bigger picture for us. And the system-wide snow Patrick was talking about down in Will County, although that could be that lake effect you're talking about. But the system-wide snows, go ahead.
Yeah, it depends on where he was in Will County. Will County is pretty big. If he was basically getting right off the Stevenson Expressway around where, say, Weber Road is, that was probably lake effect snow. But in some areas where you're like 355 and I-80, it's basically system snow at this point. Interesting to point out, lake effect is much bigger flakes. System snow is a little bit smaller. But the bottom line is once the lake effect begins to weaken in the next couple of hours, everybody is in the system snow. And with that said, if it's going to snow between now and about 3 o'clock tomorrow morning, you're talking easily about 8 to 10 hours of snow. And because the snow is so fine and so fluffy, Alex's favorite word there, with temperatures at 10 degrees, you could easily accumulate about an inch an hour. And that's one of the reasons why the forecast for 6 to 10 inches of snow is a good one from here on out. But the people who got lake effect, 6 to 10 plus 6 inches, and you're talking easily a foot to foot and a half in some areas of eastern Cook County.
Well, that's why I was looking at when the heaviest snows were going to come from the National Weather Service, their most recent sort of SIT report, and it looked like from 8 o'clock to midnight was going to be the heaviest system snow. Is that your understanding as well?
Yeah. I think if you look at it from a system snow standpoint, basically anything from light to moderate will be between now and 3 in the morning, but the real moderate to heavy, if you want to call it the stuff that's going to really accumulate about an inch and a half, we're probably looking at about an 8 p.m. to about 2 a.m. time frame. I don't think at this point it's going to matter too much. One thing we know for sure, more snow generally east of I-57, less snow generally west of I-55. Put it this way, Rockford may get 2 inches of snow, Dubuque, Iowa, and Galena, nothing, while areas of southeast Cook County, eastern Will County, and northwest Lake County, Indiana, 14, 15 inches is not out of the question.
Yeah, I don't want to make too much of it because not everyone is experiencing, though I guess most of us will experience one thing or another through all of this. Rick DeMaio is an adjunct professor of aviation meteorology from Lewis University. Rick, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Thanks very much.
Stay safe and stay warm, Steve. Take care.
We're going to head home in just a few minutes, leaving a little early because the Blackhawks are taking on Detroit, and pregame with Chris Bowden comes your way at 6 o'clock. Troy is here, so is John, to do the play-by-play. They made it through the snow to get into our WGN studios, and they'll bring you the play-by-play coming up at 6:30. All right, tomorrow we'll talk to Dr. Jim Adams, the Chief Medical Officer for Northwestern Memorial Medicine. He will take our calls and your calls, I should say, in text as well. That's coming up tomorrow on Chicago's Afternoon News. I'll see you at 4 o'clock.
It's not quite time for the madness that is college basketball in March, but that doesn't...
All right, you guys heard the news. They're saying it's gonna be like 15 inches of snow in Indiana. Okay. And 2 inches of snow in Rockford.
That's right. All it takes is for one three-pointer being hit by your chosen team.
Let's see if what's the
Lakeshore Drive, much slower speeds, lower visibility, and Lakeshore Drive express buses still rerouted to the local streets because of this lousy weather. All the tollways are moving at a much slower pace. All 5 of them, same story along Route 53 and Route 390. I-82 on either side between Morris and Tilly Park. A slow go on 80, 94, 94, 65, the Indiana Toll Road. Nothing major on the Skyway. Traffic sponsored by Duncan. Chicago runs on Duncan. Next traffic report, 608 News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM.
Back in with the forecast, includes a water storm warning in effect until noon tomorrow, and a winter weather advisory in effect until 9 a.m. for far north and western suburbs. Tonight, again, more snow, 6 to 10 inches possible, a low of 8. Then tomorrow, partly sunny day with a high near 20 degrees. Wednesday, snow flurries and a high also about 20. Snow in 10 at O'Hare, Midway at 17. Heavy snow, the lakefront 17 at 5:59.
And Keith, we just got word that all CPS in-person classes will be canceled tomorrow because of the weather. Remote learning continues tomorrow at 5:59.
News that matters around the clock. Breaking news at any time from the Fifth Third Bank Studios. Fifth Third means business. This is Chicago's all-news station, a radio.com station. News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM, WBBM.
Coming up
in the next half hour, News Radio, WBBM.
At least 4 people dead in the wake of a major winter storm across much of the U.S. Our coverage begins in seconds with the CBS World News Roundup.
This is Rob Hart. The local veterinarian has some suggestions on how your pet can stay safe during this latest round of snow and severe cold.
And police bust what they say is a package theft ring in the suburbs.
We've got a winter storm warning in effect.
All right, guys, I'm taking 53C Lakeshore Drive exit, but I'm not gonna take a Lakeshore Drive. I'll take a 22nd Street exit and enter to the downtown from Chinatown.
Investigating so-called security failures from the Capitol riots.
Establish a 9/11 style commission.
Another COVID vaccine gets the green light.
Indiana will be beneficial to the entire globe.
This is the CBS World News Roundup Late Edition. I'm Matt Piper in New York. At least 4 people have died as a monstrous snow and ice storm pushes across a wide swath of the country, slickening roads and knocking out power. In Texas, temperatures are in single digits. CBS's Elise Preston.
For the first time ever, the entire state of Texas is under a winter storm warning as a wicked storm dumps snow and ice over the deep south. The massive system left Seattle with the most snow it's seen in almost 40 years and is making driving dangerous in areas where people are not used to snow and ice. Our roads, no matter how much we salt them, are not designed for it. Conditions are also lousy in parts of Arkansas, Missouri, and Kentucky. Air travel is also difficult. By midday, airlines canceled or delayed nearly 5,000 flights across the U.S.
With another round of snow and ice on the way, communities are getting creative about preventing their supply of coronavirus vaccine and redirecting appointments. Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan.
We are canceling the Tuesday vaccine schedule. We're moving all 3,000 appointments to Saturday.
The World Health Organization has granted emergency authorization to the coronavirus vaccine made by AstraZeneca and Oxford University. CBS's Dr. David Agus.
It's a 2-part shot, day 1 and day 21. It is a non-frozen vaccine, so it's refrigerated, and there are not allergic reactions. You don't need to watch people afterwards.
Overseas, rockets have struck outside Erbil's airport in Iraq near a U.S. base. CBS News has learned at least 5 Americans are among the injured. Now that the impeachment trial of former President Trump is over, lawmakers want more information about what happened January 6th. Correspondent Nicole Killian.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says the next step is to establish a 9/11 style commission to investigate the Capitol attack on January 6th. In a letter to Democratic lawmakers, she says the independent probe should look into the causes as
goal Saturday, and then also maybe opponents were targeting Lankinen's blocker side. After seeing it a couple times on TV, holy smokes, what a move and placement by Laine on that shot. So upon further review, not much either could do on that particular.
All right, I'm not taking Lakeshore Drive. I'm taking 22nd Street. exit, and we are by the Chinatown. On my left side, it's a Chinatown. Right side, it's a Lake Shore Drive and a McCormick Place. I am about to finish this live streaming once we arrive at the downtown.
To score goals like that, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, his shot.
Maybe not fight.
No,
Maybe not fight.
He didn't say that he gets paid to fight, so he knows what he's supposed to be doing. I give him credit for standing up for his teammate. Might not do it again, but the shot was an excellent shot. I still think you could close the gap a little bit there, not let him skate in that far. It was a great little toe drag and release. I mean, not much you could do right up underneath the crossbar on the far side. So it's a goal scorer goal for Patrick Laine, and we've seen a lot of those in his short time here in the NHL.
Yeah, but Kevin Lincoln, you know, he continues to bounce back, and he proved it again here the other night.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you look at the way that he plays and the confidence that he brings to the table. I don't think it's arrogance. I just think that, you know, as he says, I've prepared myself my whole life to be in this position, and I'm ready for it, and I expect the challenge to be a good challenge, and he's accepted that challenge, and I don't think that he's deterred by anything. It doesn't seem like anything phases him. He's got a real good perspective on what's going on, and I think that he's really having a lot of fun with the game right now, which is important.
Yeah, especially for a rookie. Speaking of great players with unique skills, Alex Zabrinka certainly showed that on his double tap overtime game winner right in Jonas Korpisalo's face off a pass that actually came in a little bit hot from Patrick Kane, and that is a rarity. His new line, pieced together last week opposite 88 and Pew Suter, has had some production and metrics that are absolutely off the charts for those that are into the likes of scoring probability and high danger chances and shot attempt ratio. But Alex kind of makes it simple when it comes to their rookie centerman.
You know, he's pretty smart. He goes to the net. He can move the puck well. Pump it out to the wings. I think he's just you know, a guy who can make those small plays that not many people can make, and it just makes it easier on us. So you know, he's been great there. It's fun being his line mate.
Yeah, that line doesn't have a whole lot of size, but it doesn't seem.
All right, guys, my camera
consistent.
lose its focus. It's focusing a windshield, not the background. Oh my god. Bye. Alright guys, I'm by the downtown area. Oh shit. Okay. My car stopped. Should reverse a little bit. Alright, we are by the downtown South Loop area. Ah, shit. Okay, we are in a South Loop area, and I'm gonna make a left turn on this State Street, or I should take Michigan. Yeah, I'll take Michigan. Not a State Street. I'm about to finish this live streaming. Once we go by the downtown area. Right now I'm in a South Loop. Camera has lost its focus. It's focusing on windshield, not the background.
In more situations during games, sometimes as the young player, you're just trying to not make a mistake and playing to survive, and that's a losing game. You gotta want to be the guy. You gotta want to make a difference for the team, and it doesn't mean you're not going to make mistakes, but they're mistakes of aggression, maybe execution, as opposed to the intent of being scared. These guys are here for a reason. We believe they can play in the league. We believe they can.
All right, guys. It's been 54 minutes that I'm live streaming. 6 more minutes, and then I will finish this live streaming. 6 more minutes to go, so that'll be a 1 hour video. It took me 1 hour, almost more than 1 hour, from Indiana to come to downtown Chicago.
You make a mistake.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a little swagger when you walk into the NHL, and you can't go overboard. I remember when Jeremy Roenick walked into the locker room there. I mean, he looked like he just came out of the alley having a fight with a cat. I mean, there wasn't much to him, and he just, but he had that swagger, and he walked in there, and you knew that there was a real good confidence level there. He wasn't arrogant, like I say, but you knew that there was something special there, and that's what makes these players good. I mean, you can't be intimidated. Even at this point, you've probably gone through some tests as far as, you know, your ability to step up in juniors or college or minor.
On all the other tollways. I-82 making your way through Joliet toward Tinley Park in both directions. 80-94, 65, the Indiana Toll Road. Also looking at the Chicago Skyway, all much slower than normal. In the Bridgeport neighborhood, Wells is blocked between 26th and 28th. Fire activity at an earlier building collapse in that area, so stick with Wentworth as a good alternate. Your next traffic report, 618, News Radio 780 and 105.4.FM.
And again, active with the forecast, close the winter storm warning in effect until noon tomorrow. Winter weather advisory in effect until 9 a.m. for the far north and western suburbs. Heavy snow at times again tonight, averaging 6 to 10 inches on the foot. In portions up to 93 in the northern far western suburbs. The low tonight at 8. Heavy snow at 9 at Midway, Aurora. Some snow at 6. And snow at 9 at O'Hare. And the lakefront 17. The news watch continues at 16.
Keith, there's a breaking development from the WBBM official storm center. Chicago Public Schools have canceled in-person learning for tomorrow because of the snowy and cold weather across the city. So remote learning will continue tomorrow. Conditions are as well as tough on a lot of our neighbors and our pets. WBBM's Will Hart has that part of our coverage.
The Chicago area has been hit with a number of significant snowfalls over the last 3 weeks, with another heavy snowfall on the way. It's hard on creatures that are low to the ground, like dogs and cats. Dr. David Donsky of West Loop Veterinary Care in Chicago says frostbite and hypothermia can happen quickly in these conditions, so be sure your pet bundles up before going outside for a quick walk.
When your pet needs to go outside, if they need a sweater to help keep them warm, that would be a great thing for short-coated dogs or older or immunocompromised.
Dr. Gonski.
I'm stopping for cleaning my wiper blades. It's frozen.
People are behind bars after a string of burglaries and car thefts around Lake Forest.
Investigators say their case began to develop in mid-January when Julissa Montoya was pulled over in a stolen car. That arrest led police to a pair of suspects wanted for the theft of a 2012 Audi. Eventually arrested 33-year-old Candace Shandor of Chicago and 26-year-old Rhoda Beater of McHenry at an Airbnb in Oak Brook Terrace, where they say several pieces of evidence were found linking them to the crimes. The two ran their operations out of several motels in the area. Both of the charged with burglary.
All right, guys, we are at the Michigan and Roosevelt Street at the Chicago Loop area. I'm going to finish this live stream in a couple of minutes. Streets are bad at the downtown too. If you guys are planning to go outside, stay home. If it's very emergency or if it's important to go outside, take a ride share, use ride share apps like Uber or Lyft. Stay home, stay safe, stay warm.
Money is not earning at least 2.5% tax deferred. You need to call Professional Life and Casualty.
All right, in this last minute, I'm gonna show you from the window. Alright guys, I'm going to finish this live streaming in 8 seconds. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please stay home and stay safe and stay warm. Thank you and goodbye.